Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So, we're back to looking at episodes of Doctor Who, the episode Evolution of the Daleks. So yeah, this was part 2 of the story, Daleks in Manhattan. So what happened, before I get into talking about it though, I have a question for you. We are... for you. Well, the story continues in 1930. In the episode, Dalek Sec of the Code of Sakar attempts to make further alterations to his human test subjects he intends to remake into a new race of dogs as part of his species' evolution. And Sec is betrayed by his fellow dogs for doing this. Because at one point he started to have more human emotions and started to understand, wait, why would we kill the doctor? He's a person, but at the same time, why?
Those people were defenseless! You only wanted me! But no, that wasn't enough for you. You had to start killing! Because that's the only thing a Dalek's good for!
The deaths were wrong.
I'm sorry?
That man, their leader, Solomon, he showed courage.
And that's good?
That's excellent.
Is it me, or are you just becoming a little bit more human?
You are the last of your kind. And now I am the first of mine.
And all that. And yeah, I gotta say the makeup, the aesthetics that they use for the human Dalek, it still looks really good even today. It's amazing, say, okay, maybe those are all little bits of on his head, the tentacle things, maybe they are all part of a animatronic or maybe a robotic and all that. And one of the dramaticisms of this episode is that eventually the Daleks turn on this Sec because they realize, you are not Dalek, you are not Dalek, because they realize he is start to have more human emotions.
That is good.
That is incorrect. Daleks are supreme.
No, not anymore.
But that is our purpose.
Then our purpose is wrong.
And it's starting to, think saying, well, okay, well maybe we need to eventually evolve and have understandings as well. And emotions. And so what ends up happening is they have created human Daleks by having several thousand bodies that have passed away, and they use the idea of Frankenstein by previously they put some things on top of the Empire State Building to cause electricals to bring these folks to life. And eventually, say, okay, we are needing you to exterminate.
Sorry. I got in the way of the lightning strike. Time Lord DNA got all mixed up. Just that little bit of freedom.
If they will not obey, then they must die. Exterminate!
And all that. Gosh, I sound like one of them when my nose is, when I'm very when I'm congested. Yeah, I thought this one was a pretty good episode, especially for part 2, in that, there's a sequence in which the character of Solomon, he ends up getting, he's trying to say, hey, let's not, hey, Daleks, let's not attack each other and all that, but the Daleks gotta say, exterminate, I disagree.
So I beg you, now, if you have any compassion in your hearts, then you'll meet with us and stop this fight. Well, what do you say?
Exterminate!
And, they just So, but eventually, one thing that happened is, uh, the final Dalek, who is in charge of all the things that are going on, he basically says, like, say, I'm in charge and I shall run away. And yeah, like, I thought this one was pretty good. It was the effects for it, the makeup, and all that. It still holds up fairly well. But I know it's probably like this was probably been an episode that has like this one came out in 2007, so maybe this is an episode you probably haven't seen. And if you have seen it, what's your thoughts on this two-part story? I know a lot of people like really love David Tennant's run, and yeah, he did have a lot of episodes or story arcs that were like really hold up. But at least that's how I feel about this episode. I thought it was very well done, like the ending in which Tallulah and Laszlo, they are like Laszlo ends up almost passing away because he has a heart attack and all that. But they're able to get him to come back and all that, and I think they have a bit of a relationship, even though he's still uh, a pig man and all that. So, and it does make you want to say, do these two characters, do they have some sort of impact on the humanity and all that, or no, because they don't delve into it that much. Could they be wrong? I'll see you next time.